I know that probably sounds horrible to you guys on the thing, but it is hard. What is that? Y'all see a big circle behind me? Like, right here? Like, what is this? 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 Dude, I've got my fucking hand on it. That's not here. Can you see it? Please tell me if you can. I'm gonna stop messing with it now. I mean, I have a circle right here, but it's pointed this way, so it's not on my face too bad. Alright, the drippy shit that I have to deal with. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Celeste is over record here. Good morning, dude. Revelations after revelations, awakenings after awakenings going on over here. Good morning, Richard. I was just celebrating yesterday. I'm going to be going up to the store today and doing, trying to do some videos. I was just talking about, in my own head, I was talking about, before coming on here, about how these spiritual journeys are just awakenings after awakenings, revelations after revelations. Like, it doesn't matter how many times. Oh, you know what? Since I got you in here, Richard, do you see this? This light here? This thing here? There's nothing there. There's no light on that wall. There's no circle of light in. Okay. I just didn't know if it was, because it's not there. There's no light shining over there. I was like, oh no. No, but I had a major breakthrough yesterday too, because when you do these spiritual journeys, it's like you do spend so much time looking at your own personal patterns, your own patterns of behavior and thought patterns, and you try to figure out where the programming comes from, right? So, and a lot of us, when we have a toxic pattern that we're trying to fix, where does it come down to? It comes down to usually someone in your family that you learned it from. Now, this is the path of the people who came here to clear karmic family debt. It is, you're going to keep going down that line until you see the person who caused it. It's usually somebody you love very dearly. But, I had another revelation and awakening yesterday to a new level of thought processing, which will help me immensely with dealing with a lot of the energies that I've been dealing with lately. And it's like every time it happens, suddenly everything's light for a while. We shall see. I've got some more research and things that I want to do on it and come up with better strategies and healthier game plans. A lot of the programming is biblical. That's for sure. A lot of the programming is biblical. The threat of hellfire definitely is a scary program that a lot of people have been working through. This is calling everybody to just go ahead and journal and write down your revelations and stuff. I think I've always been paranoid about journaling. I don't like to journal really. More than sometimes I'll do a visualization where I'll write a journaling thing, but I'll write it as day it already happened. Like I'll write my perfect day 2 years from now, but it's just creative writing. I don't like writing real journal stuff because I have people in my life that snoop through my shit, and there's some things that I'm not ready to talk about, and I know they'll snoop through my stuff and read my journals if I have them around. So, leads to a little bit of a problem of stockpiling things in your mind. I used to email myself stuff all the time. Have it locked down in my email. Because who's going to read it? A hacker? They don't know me. They don't care about that shit. They're just after passwords and stuff. Oy. So how's it been? Richard, you're on the West Coast, aren't you? I hope you're safe from those fires. I haven't watched the news in a couple of days. I try to stay away from it as much as possible with everything that's going on. I'm waiting for some tarot cards. Okay, I left over here. Magic cards. I'll go with the Fae today. I don't understand why more states don't do controlled burns. Honestly, I thought it was really weird when I first noticed they were doing it down here. But then I noticed that a couple of years ago, like North Carolina, Tennessee, and Georgia were all on fire. And it was smoky in South Carolina, but we never have out of control wildfires down here. And that's because every year DNR in South Carolina goes around and they do it again. I swear, I just went through these cards yesterday. Man, I haven't touched these cards since I used them yesterday, and I pulled out the traditional cards out of this one. And yesterday, the card that was in here was the Nine of Wands. It was either yesterday or the day before. And today, the Six of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So I'm going to put those up there because I think that's a pretty promising sign that a lot of things are going to be changing in the physical reality for a lot of us. As long as we keep working on our skills, there's going to be messages coming in. Like I said, for me, I got messages about that store. I'm going to be going ahead and cleaning up and getting that set up and getting ready to start making videos up there. Another one? All right, I'm going to get it next time. No way. We literally just went through all of them. The cards are tripping me out today. Everything's tripping me out today. That's usually what happens too. What? You have a major revelation and a breakthrough of something that's been bothering you for a long time because you haven't been able to logically put it together. They're still in here. Where is it? I see. All right. Going through it one more time to make sure there's no more of the other deck in here. All right. Did y'all just watch me go through this deck right before I started shuffling again? So we got the Queen of Pentacles. These are the cards from yesterday, but all right. So if I put all the cards from yesterday in here, one, I wouldn't have shuffled them in like that, and two, I use 5 cards for each spread, and I only have 4 cards here. Where's the 5th card? Fifth card's not in here. So I couldn't have put the 5 cards from the other day into this deck. The 5th card would be in here as well. Now, Let's just see if any cards have jumped from this deck to this deck. I'm having a trippy morning. Hope this is as entertaining for you guys as it is for me as I'm shuffling through my cards here to see if any more cards are jumping from deck to deck on me. I have it happen with the bicycle deck sometimes too. But you guys watch me every morning. I put my decks right back in the boxes right in front of the camera every time as I'm doing my readings. Life is trippy when you deal with trippy energies. Alright, so we got the Six of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. I like the Five of Swords. Actually, the Five of Swords, that was the Three of Swords we had yesterday. So these aren't even the cards from yesterday. I like the Five of Swords. I like it in this deck, and I like it in one of my other decks, too, because he's smiling. Right? Why is he smiling? Because most of the battles are over now, guys. The spiritual battles are coming to an end. You know. I know they are for me. Like I said, I have a huge weight lifted off me. I had a major revelation yesterday, which is giving me a huge advantage over the main battles that I've been having in my life. Shuffle back into the box. Don't know how they jump decks. I try so very, very hard to make sure that I don't do that to them. I try not to do that because I feel like my decks each have their own personalities. I'm guessing that one just really had something to say. I don't know, it was just somebody I deal with that I was just like, I don't understand, man. It's like, it's the saddest thing in the world when you watch somebody who's so afraid of being left alone in their old age that they spend their entire life pushing everybody away. I mean, that's what we mean by when you create your own reality. You know, if you are focused on and terrified of being abandoned and being left alone, what these people end up doing, and I talked about this with Rob's ex-girlfriend too, what they end up doing is they do things to test you, and they do things to, you know, get you to prove your love to them, prove how important they are to you, prove how much access they have to you, things of that nature. And in doing this, constantly making you prove yourself to them, they end up pushing everybody in their lives away. In fact, creating the fact that they were afraid of being abandonment. It's the way that they created it in their own reality and verified they had a right to be paranoid about being abandoned all the time, because in the end, they ended up being abandoned, even though they actively went out of their way to drive you insane until you abandon them. Make sense? I mean, that's how powerful your mind is. That's what it'll do. And the people that do that, they don't realize that that's what they're doing. They just need that constant reassurance. And it's like, it's not fair because they don't give it. They won't give you the same constant reassurance. If anything, if you don't respond to their tests and prove to them how important they are to you all the time, they will shred your They'll try to shred you to pieces, make you as little as possible, and lower your vibration down to their vibration so that you won't abandon them. It's a trippy, slippery, slimy slope. But, I don't know, like I said, I've been reading up on it for a little bit and try to figure out how to break that cycle. And if not so much to break the cycle, but to break the way I respond to that cycle with other people that have these issues. Because I do recognize that this is they say it's genetic. It can be genetic, but I don't think it's genetic at all. I think it's a loaded program into the system that comes from a major, it comes from one person. It comes from one initial toxic person somewhere in your family's timeline, traumatized a group of children. Somewhere in someone's timeline, if you have these kind of toxic patterns in your family or whatever, someone somewhere traumatized a family traumatized their children, or a parent traumatized their children, or someone who died, whatever, a grandparent got the kids, traumatized the children. That's where the patterning comes from. It was that person had either a substance abuse or something like that caused that pattern, and they taught that pattern to their kids, who then grew up and taught that pattern to their kids, who then grew up and taught that pattern to their kids. And we're here to evaluate our lives, and the reason we do all this shadow work to get deep within ourselves to learn, where did this program come from? And then once you see it, then you have the power to stop allowing them to control you and bring you into the pattern. And it's hard because you were programmed very little, so it's recognizing it without being accusatory, I guess, trying to anyway. All right, got the Four of Rods, the King, the Queen, the Six, and the King of Pentacles here. How beautiful is that, right? So we got the Four of Rods. I like that the 1111 mirror card. This is synchronicities playing in, bringing in balance to the divine masculine, divine feminine. I love that this is the fire energy. Passions are balancing out. Breaking these things and finding our passions again, and being able to have victory over those toxic thought patterns so that they are no longer inhibiting you in life. And boom, you get the King of Pentacles here. But I've got control over this. I see it for what it is. I got control over this now. I can build my empire now. I know what I need to do. Those are the energies we could all be moving into. All right. I got the Princess of Swords reversed here. So that's I don't know. It's kind of like having a little bit of low energy, and then you get the King of Pentacles reversed here. So that's just like low energy and not really sure. Like, okay, I see what I need to do. I know how to do it, but man, it's going to be a lot of work, and I'm not sure I have all the energy for that. We need to take some time to really get and recharge ourselves, do some personal love, personal growth, rituals, whatever. Get back into your power, into your self-power, with nobody else attached to it. This is why I'm a big fan of the solitary practitioner. The less energies you have working on you, unless you're in a spot where you're really, really bad, like down at the Zen Den, we'll do things. They do this thing they call the soul retrieval ritual, where if you're having a hard time and you're not sure what to do, there are places you can go that can help you tap back into your power. But Go with someone who really knows what they're doing. Don't just, your friend who's kind of into magic too. Don't tinker around with that. Go to an actual elder if you need that level of help, guys. Don't just go to just anybody. All right? Lovers. Time to start focusing on the love connections that don't bring you grief and strife for a while, right? If you figured it out and you see what it is and you found out where that program came from and you can understand now, and now you can change the way you react to the people that cause drama, this should leave you wide open to be able to love, and your loving connections a lot easier now because you're not allowing somebody else's opinion to drag you down anymore. And then you got the Queen of Pentacles, which is talking about being, down to earth, mothering, nurturing, loving. That's it. This is the energy that we all want to move into. We all want the love connections. We all want to love and nurture those love connections. But to get to that, first you need to get back into loving yourself. That is so cliche, and we all know it's cliche, and, but it's true. You have to love yourself so much that it doesn't matter who else loves you. And I go through this all the time with people, pay attention to who you allow to affect your energy. If majority of people in your life think that you're a nice person, you get along with people a lot, like I said, I get along with everybody down at the Zen Den. I have a beautiful time down there. I mean, Dot up at the store is letting me use her side store for a while. I have friends that are, and it's just like, it hits a point where you're just like, I'm no longer going to allow one person to keep telling me I'm a horrible person and make me believe that, because the whole rest of my reality says that I'm not a horrible person. Everybody else in my life says I'm not a horrible person. So it says more about that one person. And also, if that one person is the kind of person that goes through their life, that everybody pisses them off, there's always somebody pissing them off, there's always, if everybody in your life is an asshole and nobody knows what's going on, everybody around you stupid and pissing you off all the time, you're the asshole, And don't be afraid to tell them that. Just be like, look, I don't walk through my day fighting with everybody in my life. You do that. So it's not everybody that's an asshole. You're the asshole, dude. 7 of Cups. Be mindful of whose cups you're sipping off of. Just because you're being offered a whole bunch of cups doesn't mean you need to drink out of all of them. Be mindful of the persons and people that you are interacting with aren't drinking out of a bunch of multiple cups too. Guys, we got to be safe with your energy and who you connect to. You'd be surprised. When you're dealing with energies, the STD is the least of your freaking problems. Those are ways around that. But energy-wise, there's no condoms for energy, guys. You don't want to pick up somebody else's freaking demons. 8 of Pentacles. Focus more on your skills right now. The Queen of Rods is reversed and the Tower is reversed. So, and the King of Swords is reversed here. So I'm seeing possibly 2 people that are trying to heal a Tower moment, but Towers are meant to happen. I mean, if you guys came together and had a Tower moment and now you're trying to resolve this Tower, just understand that the Tower had to have happened because that brought out the revelations. I say that all the time. Whenever a Tower happens in your life, it is not the end of your world. The Tower fell for a reason. It was unsound. It was built on something. You need to shuffle through the roughage of that Tower and find the skeletons before these 2 energies, before this masculine and this feminine can come back together. You both have to be willing to shift through the rummage of underneath that Tower and find what skeletons you built it on. Because that's how Towers happen. Towers don't just get struck by lightning and fall down. They're supposed to be built to withstand storms. See, your tower is built to withstand windstorms. They're built to move with the wind and stuff like that. So if it fell, there was a problem in the foundation. You need to shift through, find out what that problem was, like I said. And it could be something as simple as one person self-sabotages all the time. Well, you need to find out. You don't need to find out. They need to search deep inside and find out why they have self-sabotaging behavior. Morning, Magical. Yeah, I was just saying at the beginning of the video, I had some major revelations come through yesterday for me. All right, so in our dark mirror here, we have artificial heart. And this, I'm going to go with with the themes that are going on right now, is we allow because they are family or because we have known them a long time, we will fake. We will just put it out there, just add a pattern. But it's not genuine love anymore. So this is either you or somebody else. It's not genuine love that you're getting. When you have somebody around you that's, like I said, the asshole, but they love you so much one minute, but then they hate you the next, that's an artificial heart. That's what I used to call it. That's what we call love bombing. Magical, we've talked about this before. They cause drama, and then right when everybody's about to go, they love bomb you. But it's artificial. That's just to keep you in the thing. That's just to keep you blinded from the pain that they cause you. We all have that person that says, they says the horrible, horrible things, and then the next day they act like no horrible things were said, and then they love bomb you to blind you from the fact that this is not a necklace that they have given you. This is carved on in nature flies. Take the blinders off. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Be vigilant. The Stone People card comes with the vigilance is not just about looking for those who cause the chaos and cause the drama and have the toxic pattern. Also be vigilant of those who taught you your healthy patterns. We all have a balance. Usually there is someone who come along at some point to teach you some healthy patterns and stuff like that. Focus on those people that help you learn those things that are just coming into your life now. It's not just about focusing on, the bad stuff and the bad people and being paranoid and putting up your guards and blocking people out. That will keep you out of the love frequency, okay? This is about also letting those who bring you up into the love frequency. Love you too. It's all about perseverance. The motivation to keep going despite all the odds. Let me put that up there in case you guys want to screenshot it and use that sigil later for something. Keep working through. Don't give up. I mean, guys, I've been at this now for, 3 years online? Perseverance. Don't give up. Don't give up. Mystic Star, harmony in the home and great friendships. Like I said, this is really what we all want, right? We want a harmonious home and we want great friendships. And how you get into that love frequency is not to focus on how lonely you are because you do not have a romantic partner. You get into that love frequency by maintaining and getting on the frequency with your friends, with those who you love platonically, because platonic love is stronger than romantic love. I mean, it just is. Platonic love for someone who is not even blood is, I don't know, it's a different type of love, and it's far stronger. And the only way you can mess it up is by taking it out of the friend zone. But yeah, that's how you get into that love frequency. All right, and my sneaky jumpers, just for a reminder before we go, guys. You got the Six of Pentacles, right? It's followed by the Page of Pentacles. Keep working on your skills, messages will be coming through. The conflicts in this deck, see how he's smiling? The conflicts are coming to an end, and you are about to get control over your throne and be able to nurture not only yourself, but those around you better. All right, now, just where you go. Look, see the cards? They're going into their deck box again. Where they are supposed to be. All right. I'm just having a trippy day, guys. All right, it's 7:15. I'm running a little over. I got to go get my kitty boos up for the day and get this day going. And I'm going to try to get up to that store. I got to do some cleaning and just some shifting around. Dot's so cool. She was spray painting flower pots yesterday, and she was like, if you want some plants for your table, you can just come and grab them off the porch and set up whatever you want to do. I love her so much. It's great. All right. Blessed be all those who walk these paths with me. I love y'all so much. Please remember, if you do like the videos, click the like button. Spank my bell. Let me know. All right? I love y'all. You have a blessed day.